Hey guys, this is going to be the My Dating Profile tag, which is a tag composed of 12 questions that are like questions you would find on a dating profile, and I haven't done a tag in a while, so I decided to do it, and I'm sad to say that I don't know who started this tag, but I got it from Tia, and I will have her channel in the description. First question is, do you believe in love at first sight? No, definitely not. There's no possible way to love someone that you don't actually know. I do believe that you can be infatuated with someone when you first see them, and maybe that could turn into love later, but you definitely were not in love with them when you first saw them. Question number 2 is, what do you do for fun? And this is always the question, like, what are your hobbies, and that sort of question, where I always feel like my answer is going to be really boring, but read and write is always like my go-to answer with that, because I do like read and write, and that is probably the main thing that I do. But also, like, I don't know, like get on the computer, I watch some TV and movies, although not as much as most other people, I feel like, and I listen to music, and that all sounds very boring, but that is what I do. Question number 3 is, do you want / do you have children? I do not have children, thank God, but I do want, I think 2 kids is pretty much what I've decided. I definitely don't want a lot of kids because I don't think that I could handle that, but I think that I want 2, and I think that I want to adopt a kid too, just because there are so many kids who need to be adopted, and so yeah, that's, as of right now, what I kind of think that I want to do, but who knows what will happen, so yeah. Question number 4 is, what do you look for in a relationship? And this is probably the hardest one to answer. I don't even know if I should like talk about the relationship itself or the person or what. I don't know. I don't even really have an answer to this. I just guess someone who I get along well with the majority of the time and we work well together. I don't really have a better answer to that. Question number 5 is, what is the one thing about yourself that you would like me to know? And I just dropped my phone. I had trouble coming up with an answer to this too. And I mean, there are lots of different things that I could say, but I'm just gonna go with, I get obsessed with things very easily. If I like something, I'm probably going to really, really like it. On the opposite side of that, if I dislike something, I'm probably going to like really hate it, but I'm not very vocal about what I hate. Like, I'll really hate something, but I'll internalize that. I don't like bother other people with hating about something. But if I like something, you'll probably know about it, because I get really excited, and when things happen that make me happy, I get really excited. So I just get really excited over a lot of things, and when I don't know people well, I try not to like really show it, but like the closer you get to me, the more I will probably like, and most of my excitement happens in private because I don't want to annoy people, but I freak out about pretty much everything, so I guess that is the one thing that I'm choosing. 6 is, if you won the lottery, how would you spend your money? First of all, I would pay for college, like pay off the debt, pay for the rest of college, and then I would travel and buy stuff, probably mostly books, other things too, but probably books more than anything else. And also, I would want to start, and this is one of those things that like I thought of it after everything else, but it's very important to me. Also, I would start a college fund for said 2 like hypothetical kids that we were talking about earlier, just like set it aside, and so that I won't spend it, and so that will be there for their future, because that's one of the things that like people can say that they do it, but you don't actually believe that they would do it, but I would actually like do that. Like, my initial excitement I would think to spend it on things, but eventually, well, I mean, other than college, I thought about that immediately, but I would definitely set aside that money for that, because that is something that's very important to me too, if I had the money to actually like do that. Question number 7 is, which was the first crush you ever had? The first crush I ever had was on a cartoon character, and I really don't want to admit what cartoon character because it's kind of embarrassing. I'm pretty sure I've only admitted that to a handful of people in my life, so I'm not gonna admit who my first crush was here, but my first like real person crush was a boy in preschool, and I don't really know what else to say about that because I'm not giving away his name or anything. So yeah. Question number 8 is, if you had 6 months to live, what would you do? I would probably travel, probably along with the people that I'd want with me the most. Like, I'd try to get them to go with me and like travel and just go as many places as possible. And I would probably also do a lot of writing, just to like, I don't know, I'd feel like I need to get a lot of stuff out, and I don't know, I don't even know like what I would write. Like, if I'd want to like document what I was going through, because it would probably be really emotional, or if I would want to like try and write a story because I realized that there's like a story I want to write or something, but I would probably definitely be writing as it happened. But then I would be really stressed out over dying before I finished it. But yeah, that and travel with people that I love, I guess. So question number 9 is, are you a morning or a night person? I honestly don't think of myself as either. If I had to choose, I would choose night. I definitely prefer night over morning, but all things considered, I really think I'm an afternoon person. I don't know, like, I don't know why everyone seems to be morning people or night people when I want to be sleeping during both the morning and the night. I do stay up late quite a lot because I'll get distracted by things and won't actually go to bed, but I'm really tired and groggy and not in a good mood the entire time I'm awake at night. So usually, not all the time. So I'm definitely an afternoon person. That's when I'm most awake, that's when I'm most energetic, that's when I have the most like drive to do things. So I feel like that's also kind of a boring answer, but I hate being woken up in the morning. I don't really like going to bed either, but I don't know, because I'm always distracted by other things, but I definitely don't consider myself a night person. Question number 10 is, if you had friends over, what would you cook? And my answer is definitely tacos, because tacos are my favorite food other than fettuccine alfredo. Like, they're my top 2, and fettuccine alfredo is a lot harder to fix, and tacos, everyone loves tacos, except everyone I know who doesn't like tacos. Is weird, but I like, it would be easier to fix, and it's really easy to do, and everyone can make their own, and so that is what I would do. Question number 11 is, if you could travel back in time and fix one single mistake, what would it be? And I have no idea, because this is such a hard question. I definitely don't think that there's anything immediately really huge that I would change. There are lots of little things, of course, but like, even, this is gonna sound really cheesy, but even like things that did happen that I could have changed seem like I'm not sure if I care enough to go back and change them, because I don't think that they had that drastic of consequences. But I'm going to say that I would go back to like my earlier self, I'm not really sure what age, and just try and help myself, like, friend wise. I don't really want to get into specifics right now, but just probably fix some sort of mistake with my friend, not necessarily like making friends with the wrong people, but like just helping myself find friends at certain points, because I did go through several periods where there have been lots of times where I wanted to make friends and I struggled with it because of my social anxiety. But so that goes into it, not feeling like I should have had better friends at certain points definitely goes into it. So the mistake I would change would definitely have something to do with that, but I'm not entirely sure what exactly. Now we have question number 12, which is the last question, which is good because this is going on a lot longer than I expected it to, I think. But the question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? In 5 years, I will be 25, about to turn 26 in like less than a week, as I'm now about to turn 21 in less than a week. So I will have graduated from college, hopefully, fingers crossed that works out in the next 2 years. But so that, and hopefully I will have a job, and I'm not going to go further into that. There's hopefully, I'm teaching English somewhere. I have ideas about where I want to teach, but I don't actually know exactly where, so I don't want to say somewhere now because it'll probably end up being different. So there's that, and that's really like the only definitive thing that I for sure want. I want a pet cat, actually. I'm going to throw that out there. I really want a cat because I haven't been able to have a cat like my entire life, and I've always wanted a cat. So hopefully in 5 years I own my own, not necessarily own or a house, but like rent an apartment or any sort of housing where I can have a cat, and I will have a job and a cat, and that is seriously the only thing that I'm going to do. Those are my primary goals for 5 years from now. I'm not going to say anything else, because if they don't happen, then it would be disappointing. If the cat doesn't happen, it'll be disappointing. But those are my like most basic goals for the next 5 years. So yeah, that is all. If any of you want to do this, you feel free, and if you want to let me know that you did it, I'll watch it, because that would be fun. And I will see you guys later. Bye.